So I'm just coming back from the Black Stars training ground, the Bryant University, a couple of miles away from where I'm lodging. That's where the Black Stars are training at the Bryant University. If you saw the videos and the visuals earlier from the Joy Sports page on Twitter and on socials, that's where they are from. By the way, before I get into the camp and the team updates, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Put this on notification, leave a comment and like if you're minded to. It will help a great deal, so please subscribe to the channel. But as I said, I'm just coming back from the team's training. Pretty uneventful, but a few sightings worth talking about. So the first big news was that Antoine Semenyo did not train. He was not part of the team that trained. The 15 minutes that the media was observed, Semenyo was not part of it. And it did not surprise me because yesterday I was at the team hotel, and even though the rest of the team was given the day off, so you saw Elisha Usu, Marvin Senaya, I think I've forgotten this place. God, I'm getting old. Yeah, they were on scooters riding around town, just getting a feel of the city. Some spent the time with their family and friends catching up. But Antoine Semenyo was advised by the doctors not to put any stress on his ankle. He picked up a knock in Ghana's game with Croatia. And so even on his day off, he was asked to take it easy. And so he spends the entire day sitting in the team hotel, not really moving about too much, not because he was in pain or was too serious, but as a precautionary measure, the medics thought that with the game being so close, it was important that he did not expose himself to any situation that could further exacerbate his condition. So that's what happened yesterday. So it's the reason I'm not too surprised that Semenyo has not been able to train today. I don't know if he returned for the rest of the training session, but usually if he's not available for the 15 minutes, it means that he's not going to train for the rest of the session that we would not be allowed to watch. But I spoke to Henry Asante-Chum, the communications director of the Ghana Football Association, and he indicated that Semenyo is fine. He's working without crutches, without any kind of support. Doesn't need one anyway, and that he's not feeling any discomfort or pain. And so maybe there's another explanation for why he was not at the team's training, but he's been at the gym, he's done some work, he's fine. That's what we're told. And so that's the situation with Antoine Semenyo. And we do hope that nothing changes between now and when the team flies out to Kansas. We'll be telling you about that in a moment. But yeah, I also saw Jerome Opoku, who looked fine. Jonas Ajeti, both of them were the two players that Ghanaians were a bit worried about because of the knocks that they picked up in Ghana's game versus Croatia. So they were fit. Ziggy man, Lawrence Ati-Zigi is also back in training. And so now it is expected that he will revert back to post as Ghana's number one in the game against Colombia on Friday, because now he's fit again. And we're told that on the game on Saturday, I think when we played Croatia, it was only as a precautionary measure that Benjamin Asare was allowed to take the posts. And it was only as a precautionary measure that, Ati-Zigi was not fielded for that game. But that's out of the way now. He's fit, trained today with the rest of the group. So, and they appear to be in pretty high spirits. Tomorrow, there will be one more training session. But this that we saw today on Tuesday night was the final training at the Bryant University. So they will have one indoor training. They had another indoor training. In fact, earlier today on Tuesday morning, they had an indoor training, and then they trained outdoor at the Bryant University this evening. But as I've said, this session is the last one at that facility. They will have one indoor training in the morning, and then later, I think somewhere in the afternoon or evening, they'll fly to Kansas City, probably midday. Given the distance, they'll fly to Kansas City just so they can arrive on time, rest. Then on Thursday, they'll go and do the match day -1 as is mandatory. They will train at the Kansas City Stadium there before they take on Colombia on Friday. So that's it as far as camp news is concerned. One other thing that I spoke to Henry Asantuchum about is that it looks like the match tickets the prices are coming down slightly. So maybe some of you may be able to get the tickets to buy, but it's still within the region of $1,000 that you have to pay. If you remember the communique that the FA put out, it was $1,100 for the category 2. The category 1 tickets were going for $1,265 because the category 3 has been sold out. And that's how come there is a mighty scramble for the tickets, even amongst it has to be said that it's within a particular group. And I think mostly Ghanaians who are based in the United States already, who are looking to scramble or who are scrambling for that ticket. Because as for the traveling contingents that came, a lot of them have either gone back to Ghana or are struggling to come up with the money to buy the ticket. Because look, $1,000 is really expensive. And when you consider how much it will cost to fly, if you check your local listings, if you check your listings wherever you may be, you'd realize that you are talking about upwards of 600, in some cases $800. Some will go as high as $1,000 for the flights, for the flight tickets, for the round trip to Kansas City and then back. So that has been a bit disincentive to a lot of people. Obviously, a lot of this is happening because people were under the impression that governments will give out tickets again, or at least that they will subsidize the tickets for them. But as the sports ministry's communique said on Monday, I think, they said the tickets they had were specifically for the group stage. They no longer have custody of any tickets for the knockouts round of the FIFA World Cup for matches involving the Black Stars. So that's the situation. And so on Friday, we may not see a significant support, or we may not see crazy numbers, as was the case in Philly, in Toronto, and even in Boston. This time around, the money really will be a problem. And I've not even mentioned the issue of accommodation yet for those who have flown here and when they fly to Kansas City, have to spend a night or two there, maybe a night before the game and then return immediately after the game, or spend the night of the game and then return the morning after. So that is a bit of a complication, money complication, it has to be said. But yeah, please subscribe to the channel, put this on notification, and we'll definitely let you know whatever happens in the Black Stars camp tomorrow, the day before the game, and every other day that